Hello everyone, welcome to a new video here on the World of Coasters. Today I'm starting a brand new video series here at my local park, Chessington World of Adventures. I've headed down on a weekday. It's currently the 25th of April at the moment, and I'm here solely to have a look at the construction going on at the new area coming in 2023, which is the Project Amazon project going on just on the land behind here. Now I start the video from outside the park. I've just gone past security. Already we can see slight changes, so I'm going to start over here. We're kind of going to go down this path, which is down the public way, see if we can see anything from there, and then we'll jump into the main part of the park, have a look from the various vantage points. I know there's one up in Land of the Dragons. There's a vantage point near like where the Black Buccaneer used to stand, the Blue Barnacle, and we got a new update from the construction site of the two new rides coming for 2022, which are in Pirates Cove area of the park. So as we come towards the entrance to the park, for those of you who have been here before, you'll know there's actually two entrances for Chessington World of Adventures. This is the Explorer Gate. You've got Lodge Gate, which is over the other side of the park for the hotels. We'll have a look what's new here. You can see immediately these pillars have all been decorated up for this season, and the signage has seen a little bit of work on it as well, which is nice. Now I know when I first came here earlier on in the season, you couldn't really come into this entrance. It was all closed off. It was all being bulldozed, and they have done a lot of work since I last came round here. Now this used to be a big cattle pen area where the queues for the old gates were, and used to go off, and there used to be the old ticket booths. Now from what I can see over here, there is actually brand new gating, which we'll have a closer look at in a minute. We still do have the portaloos along here, and we've got some construction walls. Won't be able to see over these walls. These are about 8 to 10 foot tall, so I'm not going to be able to look over those. But yeah, I'm loving the planter along here. They've really made the space much more like spacious per se. And one thing to note, there is actually a pipe along here, which I imagine they will use for cables for electricity. Let's hope they're going to go down the routes of Paulton's Park and make a big Chessington World of Adventures sign. That'd be pretty cool with a big old logo there, but only time will tell. One of the only buildings that have really survived is this old ticket kiosk here. This is one of the original kiosks actually from when the park opened. Seen a few repaints over the years, but yeah, you can see a lot of the patchwork where they've actually removed a lot of the stands. Now you can really tell where the old ticket booths used to be, as these like hexagonal signs or octagonal signs. This is where the old ticket booths used to stand, one here and one here. So the new land is really chipping into this area of the park. This brings us on to the new gates here. Definitely going down the Legoland route, where every single gate is now just a manual gate. It means there's much less to go wrong with them, and also it means that every single gate is now accessible, so guests can come and go much easier. The only thing that I've seen with like Legoland is they don't seem to use all their gates, so it'd be interesting to see how Chessington go with it, but there are plenty of gates along here, which is good to see. The old souvenir shop along here is also gone now, so we got more space along here as normal. Now coming into the main plaza, I'm kind of losing my bearings a little bit here, because I established that they were the ticket booths there, the octagon like shapes on the floor, but we do have a building here which may be the old gift shop, but I thought it was over here. I wonder if they've slightly relocated it, but it's almost certainly the same unit if I had to take a guess. We've got much more room along here now. For those of you who don't know, before it kind of came along here, and there was like literally where this tarmac changes colour, it was a wall along here, and then you kind of went round towards, but much more open in this area now, which is great to see. And just circling around, you can see a lot in this area. Now, as you may wonder, why didn't I film outside the park's perimeter when I came in? Security at the entrance have told me if I could not film through the fence on the external because it's a security issue. So yeah, I'm allowed to film inside the park, but for when it comes to outside of the park, you have to have specific permissions for that, which I understand. Security are just doing their job. In fact, the security guard that spoke to me actually said that he's a YouTuber as well, and he'll be looking out for our video. So if you're watching this, hi, hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, we'll have a look around, see what we can see from here on out. So these new topiaries are all over the parks, various animals, and I do like them. They are like fake topiaries, they're not real by any means, but yeah, it's an absolute huge area. It's so weird to see this area so open after so long of it being really tight and closed off. So as it goes on the approach towards Pirates Cove and Wild Woods, not a lot has changed. You've got the construction site walls which have been here since the beginning. These went up in like December of last year, around when Winter's Tale was. I think they actually started putting them up near the end of the last season, but they were probably put up like this during Winter's Tale. I do like the advertising for this. It doesn't give a lot away. Like I say, nothing's been confirmed about a Jumanji theme. However, Merlin do have the rights for Jumanji, as they just opened a new dark ride in Gardaland, which is Jumanji themed, and they might be bringing it here. That's very much what we're thinking. Now, as it goes for viewpoints of this construction site, there's a few on the inside. Like I say, there were some really good ones on the outside, but I've been asked not to film outside of the park's perimeter, which is fair enough. The best point by far is going to be up here in I think it's called Canopy Capers here. It's literally a child's jungle gym, and you just climb up there and I'll be able to get a good view from the top of here. So yeah, I'll be going up there in a minute, but you've got another couple of viewpoints just down here on top of these banks which can look over the wall, but from here we can't see a lot. So yeah, from where I'm standing at the moment, which is just up on the bank here, you can see over the walls of the construction site. Not a whole lot going on at the moment. They have done a lot of land clearing on this site, as it was just a field before. There was quite a lot of trees on it, but yeah, we can see they've moved a lot of land, but we'll hopefully be able to see down the bottom of the site in a minute. So moving over from the bank I was standing on a moment ago, I'm now standing on some of the rock work, which is along here. It's not like anything dangerous or anything out of bounds, but we can see deeper into the site here. This is where I was looking before. Again, not a whole lot to see at the moment, but there is a lot going on at the moment. Right, we're going to take the pathway down towards the Vampire down Wild Woods, see if I can see down the wall at the end. I know they've got a gate there with a substantially sized like hole in the gate, so maybe we'll be able to see here. At the moment there are no viewing windows. I wonder if they will put any in later on, so it would be nice to see what's going on, but the walls are even higher here. So let's see what we can see at the end of here. So along here we're at the bottom of the path now, so that's up towards the top of the site. Down here we got the Vampire. Just over here we're at the bottom of the site, so literally should be able to look through the lock along here and see what's going on. So yeah, again they've got quite a high fence here, but there's a large hole in the keyhole here, so we can kind of see what's going on. This is kind of the opposite side. I was standing outside the park. But yeah, you can see they're just doing a lot of groundwork at the moment, putting foundations in, which is interesting to see. So one other vantage point, which will give us a similar view to before, so we're standing on that bank over there and them rocks over there. But if we just hop onto this here, we should be able to see over the wall slightly. So let's have a see what we can see from here, whether we can see it a bit clearer. Yeah, this was the top end. They kind of had the beach and they had like an assault course on here a few seasons ago. It's just weird to see it all change, because for as long as I've come to this park, which is most of my life, it's been a picnic ground. And they actually had like a wall down the end which was removed because it was just used for storage. If I move along here, I might be able to see a tiny bit further. Again, I can just about see over the fence from here. You see more construction going on down there. Like I say, not too much going on at the moment that we can physically see, but it is getting to the point where it will be going vertical very soon. As I say, I'm no builder, but if I had to guess, these drills here, one here and one over here, these are going to be drilling the foundations to the actual wide support columns. And there are some footers somewhere on the site. I saw some pictures online. I think I won't be able to see them from here. But yeah, we'll have to see if we can see them when we go up onto the little play park bit up there. Like I say, it's a perfect view. However, once the trees start to bloom, I don't know how much we're going to see, so let's get up there next. Now, I do realise to get up here I have to go through the active child's play zone. So let's see how that goes. A fully grown man going up through here. I don't think it'll be an issue, but yeah, we'll see whether I'm allowed up here. So surprisingly, I'm allowed up here. I'm actually in one of the canopies at the moment, and here's the window I wanted to get to. I apologise for the shaking of it, but the whole building shakes when the coaster Dragon's Fury goes past. But yeah, from here we get a really good overview of the site. The only thing is, as the trees start to bloom, we're really going to struggle to see through here, as they have left the trees. I imagine they've left these trees on purpose. But yeah, let's have a look, see what we can see. So out towards the back here we have the pylons and the footers by the looks of it. Apologise for Dragon's Fury going past. But I imagine they'll be going in very slowly. As we look at the site from up here, you can really see we're kind of facing the entrance at the moment. Now I imagine the entrance is going to be off to the right over here, and then the coaster station will be roughly behind this tree somewhere, about where they're working heavily at the moment. And then it will come round here. There'll be a 0G roll which will go over the entrance. It will go all the way around the perimeter of the site, up into the spiralling spike where there'll be a huge theming element. I'm having a hard time getting my camera through the bars. Yeah, but one day later on we will see a large theming element, probably in a similar size to Big Bob Alton Towers. But yeah, we'll see how much longer we're able to see here, because like I say, I reckon as the trees start to bloom, we're not going to be able to see a lot through here. From one of the other views here, there's not a whole lot of viewing from up here. Like I say, literally the window I'm looking for is this tiny thing here, and it's connected by these bridges. I will admit, look a little bit strange, a fully grown man on my own going through this. I'm trying to get a good view from here, but this is assuming I don't fall over on it here. But yeah, we can kind of see the construction site along here. Now finally, over the way from the new construction land, they've got the Pirates Cove construction that's going on at the moment. Not sure how much of this I'm going to see, because it's kind of off over behind this fenced area. They're building 2 new attractions along here, one of them being relocated from Thorpe Park. It is the timber tugboat from Thorpe Park. Yeah, so actually this pathway is closed off at the moment and we'll have to go round. I will go round, see whether I can see any more, but yeah, you can't really see a lot from here, which is a bit of a shame. So from down the bottom of the Blue Barnacles pit, we can kind of see a bit more, but it's all just construction vehicles and containers along here. I can't imagine they're that far off of completion now, as these rides are advertised, or were advertised, for spring 2022, but they might have pushed it back to the summer. So again, they've actually got another fence past the first one. I think this was here originally, because you could last year walk around the back of here. They blocked it off completely. There is advertising up, but you can kind of see through this. There's not a whole lot going on this side of the arcade, but I know that the ride coming over from Thorpe Park is going to be on the other side of there, and it's going to kind of utilise that building for the queue, which is interesting. So here is where there used to be an old game stand, and there is a foundation there, so I'm starting to think maybe it might be on this side, but I can't see from here. Just coming around to where Sea Storm is, which is currently going under refurbishment as well. We'll see if we can see any more around there. So don't quote me, but it probably would fit here. I'm not entirely sure actually. Like I said, the ride is removed from Thorpe Park, but it could be at Zamperla getting a refurb, or at Merlin Magic Making. Along here, it doesn't look like they're doing anything to the buildings along here. Like I say, you've got Sea Storm along here, which is an existing ride. An absolute brilliant little flat ride, this made by Mack Rides. But as you can see, this is still undergoing a lot of refurbishment, and actually is totally stripped back at the moment. So here's some more parts from Sea Storm. In fact, we've got the boats back there, so they are back on site now. Be interesting to see when they actually reassemble the whole thing. Just across from Elmer's ride here, we have the other side of the site fence. Not a whole lot to see really again. They do have walls up on the other side of this locker section, so I can't really see. And I don't think I can see a lot from this fence over here, but we'll have a look in a minute. Yeah, it's almost like they knew the coaster fans would be snooping, although it's not a coaster behind it. Let's have a look and see if we can see anything through this little slit here. Anything of interest? We've got a foundation here actually for the ride. So the actual ride isn't in yet, so I don't know when this is meant to be opening, summer maybe? But yeah, it's only just got a foundation by the looks of it. But yeah, there you go. That's where the new ride is going to be placed. Doesn't actually look that big, but when I actually look over the fence myself, it is ginormous. Easily the size of a large carousel, maybe a bit bigger than the carousel that's actually at this park. And again, coming along to the end of here, we have more shots of the Sea Storm boats. In fact, we got the Titanic down here. All of the boats actually have names on them. And there's good old Titanic there. It looks like they've seen a little bit of love and care. They've been cleaned up a bit, but no, I wouldn't say they've been repainted or anything like that. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what's going on with Sea Storm and when it'll be reopening, because by the looks of it, it doesn't look like it's far off being reassembled. So that's all from this construction update video here, the first in a series, I hope. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I would like to get here at least once a month, especially in the earlier phases, but as soon as the track starts to go up and theming starts to appear, I'll definitely have to get out here more often so we can actually watch some of the track going into place, see some of the things that we already kind of know, like the manufacturer, who's likely to be B&M, and confirming whether we're actually going to have a Jumanji theme or not. Won't be able to tell that through later on in the year, but I imagine if the park's open for Winter's Tale, if this area is still open, which it normally is, we'll be able to see quite a lot, but I have a nasty feeling they will close this part of the park off during Winter's Tale this year. So guys, be sure to leave a like, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye.